we have here RA 6235 if what has been attacked is an airplane or an aircraft. So you have there the anti-hijacking law. Section 1 provides the acts punished under the anti-hijacking law. Compelling the pilot of an aircraft of Philippine registry to change course or destination or otherwise usurping or seizing control while it is in flight. Now take note that under the first paragraph of Section 1, the aircraft we are referring to here is an aircraft of Philippine registry. What determines the registration of an aircraft? Would it be the nationality of the owner or its registration? So it would be the registration irrespective of the nationality of the owner. What are the acts done to constitute anti-hijacking? Change course or destination or usurping or seizing its control. Further qualification while it is in flight. As in the bar, when is an aircraft deemed in flight? An aircraft is in flight when all the external doors thereof are closed following embarkation until the same is opened for disembarkation. The moment the external door is closed, it is already considered to be in flight, even if it has not taken off. It is also still considered to be in flight the moment it landed to the runway, it proceeded with taxiing to the proper boarding bay to which you will unload the cargoes and the passenger. That would still be considered in flight for as long as the external door is not yet open for disembarkation. That is in flight. You are liable for anti-hijacking if the aircraft Philippine registry is in flight. If it is not in flight, if you enter therein, you usurp the control, but it is not in flight, then the law does not apply to you because the element of in flight is wanting. Now, how about if the aircraft is of foreign registry? Compelling an aircraft of foreign registry to land in any part of the Philippine territory or usurping or seizing control of such while it is within Philippine territory. It is considered to be a violation under the anti-hijacking law. There is no requirement that it be in flight. Okay? It is not required that it be in flight. For as long as it is in the Philippine territory, then the law is applicable. The following are the qualifying circumstances for acts mentioned in paragraph 1 and 2 of section 1. Firing upon the pilot, crew, or passenger, exploding or attempting to explode any bomb or explosive to destroy the aircraft, or the crime is accompanied by murder, homicide, serious physical injury, or rape. So what is its consequence? The maximum penalty shall be imposed. Another punishable act, carrying or loading on board a passenger aircraft operating as a public utility in the Philippines, substances which are corrosive, flammable, explosive, or poisonous. Take note that the mere carrying or loading of these articles are already punishable under the law. So you have there the definition for explosive. Any substance, either solid or liquid, or single compound by which chemical reaction liberates an explosion, shall include but not limited to dynamites, firecrackers, blasting caps, black powders, bursters, percussions, cartridges, and other explosive materials, except bullets for firearms. Flammable is defined as any substance or material that is highly combustible and self-igniting by chemical reaction and shall include but not limited to acrolein, alin, aluminum, ammonium mixtures, and other similar substances. Now, how about a corrosive substance? Any substance or material, either liquid, solid, or gaseous material, which through chemical reaction wears away, impairs, or consumes any object. So it's corrosive. And then you have there the definition for poisonous. Any substance or material except medicinal drug. Okay, except medicinal drug. So those are the definition of the 4 substances that are prohibited from being loaded in a public utility aircraft. Shipping or loading such substances on a cargo aircraft operating as public utility in the Philippines in a manner not in accordance with the ATO rules. And then you have there, if it is committed with death, injury, or damage to property, so it has to be filed separately. Section 7 provide that for any death or injury to persons or damage to property resulting from violation of Section 3 and 4, may be held liable in accordance with the applicable provisions of the RPC. No absorption. Okay? No absorption, meaning to say, they should be filed separately without violating the rights of the accused against double jeopardy. So I have here a slide on the kinds of aircraft. So if the aircraft is of Philippine registry, to constitute a violation of this act, it must be in flight. If it is of foreign registry, it need not be in flight. If it is a public utility passenger aircraft, the mere carrying of the prohibited substance, the corrosive, flammable, the 4 kinds, so that is already punishable under the law. And then if it is a cargo aircraft, non-compliance of the ATA rules constitutes a violation of this act. So meaning to say, the act of the accused would also matter as far as what type of aircraft he is into to make the law applicable. So possible questions, when is an aircraft deemed in flight? And then familiarize yourself on the act Spanish as well as the kinds of aircraft. Now, when shall it be considered terrorism? Remember on the colatilia, when shall this be an act considered to be an act of terrorism? When it creates a widespread and extraordinary fear and panic among the populace. So committing anti-hijacking, and it involves a widespread and widespread extraordinary fear and panic among the populace in order for the government to give in to their unlawful demands, then it shall now be, he would also be considered to be a terrorist. So he will be filed separately with terrorism as well. Okay, so any question on the anti-hijacking law? So those are the salient provisions that you need to remember under the anti-hijacking.